They're lined up, they're ticked, they're highlighted. You've got Blitz showing up. He had a fantastic game in the previous. I mean, look, the entirety of Checkmate did. Rue even up there as the MVP. We haven't seen that in the past. For me, it's been Blitz.
He was minus
Kaz.
25 the last time they played.
Exactly. Rue has not been fantastic. I said about Hulk as well, but both of these guys stepped it up alongside Kaz, Blitz, Techno. There's so much going right for these guys that for Bren, I need to see a lot more. And Wits as well, being an opera that I can't necessarily get behind confidently. I'm not with them on this one.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's going to be interesting to see which way this goes. Obviously, Checkmate do have the T-side start. Interesting. Now, they've chosen the T-side. Bear that in mind. Like, most teams, in fact, almost every team would pick the CT side of Train if they had the option. They've gone straight in for the T-side, wanting to set the pace. It's not been the best pace setter of all time, as they are looking almost set, almost certain to lose this pistol round. A bomb plant is something at least, but only one kill comes up. It is as clean as you like, and we'll see if they're going to force buy into round number 2.
I would guess they will. Picking the T side on a map like Dust 2, Mirage, I remember having a conversation with Finn about it, and he was saying that, yeah, they love doing that. They love picking T side whenever they get the opportunity.
Gambit, for anybody wondering.
Yeah, Gambit Youngsters, or now Gambit. And he was saying that
Is he still with them?
I think he's in an analyst role now, yeah.
The classic.
The classic, yeah. As much as I'm good friends with Finn, that shouldn't be a thing. Like, I think anybody that participated in that should be booted from a team. He's a good guy, made a mistake. I know there's a couple of coaches that are like that, but
cheating,
it doesn't matter. Exactly, right? You get involved with literally cheating.
I will say, I'm also someone, I've spoken to Finn, I like Finn, but yeah, that's a lot of rubbish. Like,
oh, yeah, there's a couple of coaches that I would be good friends with, I would know fairly well, and you know, I don't want to don't chuck him under the bus, but you can't do it. That was disgusting. There was
I don't know how they managed to get away with that. Yeah, that was an investment heavily into rifles from Bren as well. Not much utility invested, so it's not even like there was a Molotov down to slow them or anything. That was just raw individual aim from Derek. Similarly to what we saw at the beginning of the last map, he was, well, the top performer in the server, even with the loss. Although I will say, I don't think he played the pit particularly well. This round, however, is over. Nothing Techno can do. It will be 2-0 in favor of Bren. And Checkmate, well, they can buy a Deagle or two, but that's going to be about it.
That push out felt like a couple of men of our size, Tom, trying to fit through a doorway. You know, all at the same time. You kind of stumble and like, you squeeze through, and you get shot. And the next guy is a second behind because he's trying to squeeze in his hips a little bit to get on by. It wasn't quite coordinated, which is a shame on a push like that. You really want to have good spacing to be able to trade, especially when they have low utility. I mean, you're not going to get those opportunities a lot. Okay, we've had the start, which is good for Checkmate, but oh, what are we doing here, Derek? What game are we playing? He's pushing up Ivy by himself with a rifle versus a Deagle. Unnecessary is the word. If we're playing word association, unnecessary. That's where I'm going with that one.
The CT side have now gambled every member of their squad in towards the A side. Wits is going to re-aggress. He might actually be able to catch the bomb. Or the timing doesn't quite work out. But he's got a lot of information, which, if anything, is almost as valuable at this case. As they are going to start actually rotating a lot of players over to the B site. This might be a bit of an over-rotation, if anything. Wits has decided to dedicate himself in. An aggressive angle, to say the least, but both players are tagged. It doesn't matter. Rue's going to hit the instant headshot onto Wits. And now the bomb can be planted. They've even got the Molotov to hold off any rotation from the connector, and it means that they're going to have to go back around the long way. After plant position, if Checkmate aren't silly here, this should be an easy round from them.
You see what we mean about that? The issue with some of the mantras of these players, Derek gave them a rifle, it comes back to haunt them. Losing that map control on that player as Rue falls. There's no time. There's no way they get back in here. They have got a kit, but... Oh, but they're going for it. Why are they going for it? Free weapons. Okay, well, they're not going to all fall, I suppose. And Hawk actually will probably die to the bomb. Or he's going to run straight down Ivy and die to Papi Chulo because he's low HP. Alright, so Papi survives with an ace. But unfortunately, that was a terrible round still. I can't even pretend to care that Papi aced that round, considering Checkmate came through with Deagles and won it, for God's sake. And especially in a map like Train, the advantage is range.
Costly, right?
No, I don't care. Checkmate should never have won that. They've just been given a lifeline for absolutely no reason. It's like they're in a paddling pool and someone's just thrown them one of the flotation devices, the circle things. I don't know what the hell you call them. Don't know why I went with that analogy. What do you call them? Thing on a boat, you know, the circle flotation.
I know what you mean.
What's it called?
I remember. It's still
like
too early.
A life jacket. Was it a life ring? I don't know. Whatever. One of those things. Everyone knows what I'm talking about at this stage. That setup we've seen a couple of times from a few different teams. Talon in particular stands out. And it works really, really well to get that opening duel when you've got weaker weapons.
We're going to see the drop into Pop. Timing could be everything. Micro getting aggressive. Ruse ready. That will be a freebie, but Pro, oh, that's a bit awkward. Kaz is going to find him instead, gives his teammate the opportunity to get down onto the site. Wits has done at least a decent amount of damage here. He's eventually going to get traded, and while Papi Chulo does nothing from behind. So it is going to be Checkmate to get their second round. They have matched the amount that they managed to get last time versus Bren. Maybe the T-side start was a good call. Where did they start last time? I want to check. They started CT side. So Bren got 13 T-side rounds the last time they played.
And I guess this is why they've come in T-side. Build up the confidence now and try to hammer Bren into the ground. Maybe they don't feel too comfortable CT side either, and they think that's their weakness, so they want to start here and really get off to a good start. Oh yeah, the point I was making about Finn before we got derailed, quite literally, was that he had said to me how a lot of the time they would like to pick T-side starts whenever the opportunity presents itself, but maps like Train, like Nuke, he wouldn't touch. It's only when you come to a Mirage, Vertigo, all that sort of stuff. The ones that are closer to even. Oh, that's really good by Bren. Having the player up close, ready to swing on out on the rifle. And now that's an AK retrieved.
Ooh. Okay, Wits, that was a nice couple of shots. This is starting to get out of control. Derek, he doesn't have armor, but he does have the AK. They still haven't spotted where the last man's actually standing. There's a man coming out of Pop, and that's the free kill. And now it's left all onto Micro with the Deeg, and he won't be able to do anything. It's a good round in isolation from Bren. They're going to make things more costly for the T's than it ever should have been. Unfortunately, they don't get to carry forward any of the weaponry. I'm actually still not going to invest into an AWP. I guess it's not something they can afford, really, over on the CT side without it being glass cannon. So they've decided to avoid it altogether. Actually, wait, could Papi Chulo have dropped one? I think he spent 500, so I think he could have done.
Yeah, I wouldn't take the even the lack of utility for Wits to have an op. This is an aggressive push. Micro, good for 2. That might just be enough. Techno traded him out. There's the kill from Pro to bring it right back up into a 4-on-2. And although the bomb goes down, the disadvantages are massive. Checkmate. Need huge individual performances for Kaz and Rue. And Kaz already gets tagged down to 50 HP. On half his health. Now just on 9 health. He's got to even be careful of the molly that's up behind him. And once it drop down and take a headshot angle, they've stopped the flank of Papi Chulo. Oh, Kaz, he gets another! And now it's a 1v1. Smoke down. Player coming through heaven. The molly not quite going to connect. And it's a tap by Derek. He jumps up on top. He might have been heard there, though. I think Rue knows he's not on it at this stage, and there's no time anymore. He would have to stick it, and Rue's even going to go for the exit and find it. That is a shame. Rue might die. Oh, it was close. 4-2. And Bren, it started out so well, man. They had a 4v2 retake, and they've lost it.
I think, again, like, there's been a few situations like that for Bren in the last map as well. That 5v3 springs to mind, but this is different because this is a retake, so I can at least forgive them in that regard, but they're just not working out for them. Great job by Micro. It's something I haven't said too much throughout this tournament. He's been someone who struggled heavily when it came to this B-site defense on Train. I think it's one of the reasons I'm not confident in Bren's Train, is that he always seems to get entry fragged. Well, he did fine in that round. It was actually the remainder of the team who didn't manage to step up to the plate. Still yet to see Witz's AWP, which, although we don't rate it as highly as some of the other AWPers in the tournament, it definitely can make a difference on a map like Train. And while this is an opportunity for Checkmate, a chance at a 5th round on the T side, I think in reality we're looking at them getting 9 or 10 if we're going to be feeling confident. And I was going to say a chance for them to build up some cash, but, well, they've already lost one man within the first few seconds of the round.
Oh, please don't push the Deagle. Tom, why? I mean, it happens so often. People just take one-by-one fights versus Deagles when you know that they've got these kind of weaker weapons. Why? It's hurting me on a deep emotional level. Well, they've lost this round and they deserve to. There's 2 AKs retrieved. Players with Deagles absolutely everywhere. This is going to be a very difficult one to come out on top, and Hawk sneaking out needs to check it. Oh, he knows there's a player close left, but he's whiffed. I don't see. Yeah, there's no way they win this. What a
Derek's
disaster.
just gone ham. Like, the 3 kills for him. A stolen AK was enough to do the majority of the work. Hawk finds one.
Wow.
A second as well. He shouldn't expect another one, but he's not managed to get 3 kills. This is ridiculous. And now Pro, who's had a bit of an underwhelming start, is left in a 1 versus 1. He should hear the footsteps running above him. So that'll be a lot of information given over to the CT player, and his flank is going to be very quick indeed. In fact, he might even be able to deny the plant at the pace that he's going at. And we are actually going to see a plant that could actually work out. A bit of a surprising one, if anything. And Hawk is going to go all the way down the backside of the trains. He doesn't know that there's a man flanking on him so fast, but he might just be about to thread the needle. This has worked out wonderfully for him. A little bit of luck that's gone a long way. However, can he actually win the round? It depends when he turns it. I don't think he's going to. Oh, he does, but he doesn't get the kill. A deserved round for sure for Bren, but dear Lord, Hawk gave that a good try.
Yeah, a 1v4 that he almost pulls off. Sure, these players didn't have armor for the most part, but still, that was huge. It all starts with Blitz just being completely brain dead. Like, why is he pushed to Deagle? Just explain that to me, Tom. And I will not accept the fact that, oh, well, this teammate was going to push out a teammate and they'd go together. No, I don't care. You're wrong. They shouldn't do that. It's so, it's such a basic thing as well. It's the kind of thing if you were on a stage and you were the coach and you saw him go down the ladder at that point, you sure you couldn't talk to him, but you just throw something at him. Just hit him in the back of the head so he knows. Or at least he'll turn around and look at you, and that means he doesn't push. There's 2 players in there. They just told him pull down. What? What's Papi Chulo doing this time? Oh, God, ooh. Derek, stop it. Stop it, man. Oh! He's got 3, and he's out of there, but, well, he's dead in the end. Pulled it right back. This round was a sure loss. Oh, Wits, come on.
Can we just get his name officially changed to Whiffs? Like, it makes way more sense. Oh, Micro. Oh, that's not the best of timing, but somehow he gets away with it. Now Rue, he might get a free kill here. Oh, he's going to hear the footsteps. Timing is going to be everything, because it just depends where Wits decides to go. Bit of a peculiar choice, if anything. He's gone through A main. He's going to be able to wrap back around, and then he'll probably go and spend some time in the kitchen. Rue seems incredibly confused, and okay. So am I, I'll be honest. Like, his decision to check Ivy, An odd one. He's now going to try and make his way up pop. There should be an orb waiting for him. He's got the first. No, not again. Come on, Wits. You've got to get this kill. You can't allow this round to slip away from you. He doesn't hit any shot, man. Come on.
Did he miss a whole mag of an op that round? I'm pretty sure it was close to. And I just want to circle back to the point I made earlier where I wouldn't make any sacrifices to get Wits and op. In fact, I wouldn't make any sacrifices to get Wits a rifle. Leave this man on a pistol. Leave him off the cert. Grab someone else. Like, I talked about the fact that last season he was inconsistent, and I was happy to see that he was doing a little bit better. Well, evidently when the pressure's applied, he isn't. That was atrocious.
They're already out.
Yeah, but $2,000 for a best of 3, Tom. That's more money than I think we've ever played for. So
well, that's not really saying that much because I've never played professionally. So you know,
it's a lot of pressure, like a single BO3. But that's a hell of a peak. That's one hell of a peak. And Pro with the op, well, he's the last one alive, trying to save this over to the next round, maybe. In a 1v2, it's tempting. The bomb hasn't gone down yet, so he thinks maybe he can catch them off, cut them off as they make it to the site. He knows it's planted. He knows there's a player, and he's been spotted. This is where he bails. Ah, no, it's not. He's going forward. Okay. I respect the confidence. You got to believe in yourself sometimes. But an op 1v2? They know where you are? Well, a free upgrade from a Mac 10 to an op. That's atrocious. Like, how does he see that going? Surely, no matter what, they're going to be able to trade you out. Like, your cop time.
I can understand if he waited and then someone peeked him and he gets one.
Yeah.
But it's more just that, like, I don't know how you win this duel. Like, it just, like, there's going to be a crossfire somewhere. With an AWP, you'd need to pull off an utterly incredible hit. They're not going to have the AWP. It's not that much of a loss.
Well, they're not going to have the op in the hands of Wits, which, yeah, definitely isn't that much of a loss.
I was trying to be a little bit more subtle, but, you know, subtlety I don't think is your forte, Mitch.
My forte.
Somehow, this round is going wonderfully. Techno is going to be able to turn things slightly back, and Hawk... Did they not... I don't think they saw him. Which is miraculous, because Pappy almost looked straight at him again. No, it can't happen again. They've thrown so many rounds away. Why? Derek, why? His decision-making is not great. Micro, he's got a good chance here. He's going to get both. Oh, Micro. Thank God for Micro.
What a peculiar angle to cover for the second player. Why is he looking at Team Ain? Okay, Micro typically plays B, so there's a chance he comes on a flank, but you need to cover the bomb! Shockar, if he's in Team Ain, he can't peek you! He can't stop the bomb plant!
The funny thing is, if he had come out Team Ain, he couldn't have stopped him anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you watching Team Ain? Like, the logic is, well, maybe he comes from there, but worry about that after you've planted, you psycho! Not when he's planting.
Also, wasn't Micro running? Either way, let's just move on. Micro, a nice double to start things off. It's a 2v4. We've had many of those, but thankfully this one, yeah, there's not going to be anything. 5 to 6. They're bringing it back. It's not been pretty. Even close to pretty. And they've almost lost... I don't even know how many 2v4s, 2v5s at this point. But, you know, they got 13 rounds on the T side last time, so if anything, they've already done the work they need.
Well, this round isn't going to go too well at all. The T side is going to be completely and utterly torn apart. As you would expect. I think if you're Bren, realistically, you have to get up to 9 rounds. You've got to pull it all the way through. Because, okay, we mentioned that obviously the CT side wasn't great for checkmate last time, but I'm imagining there'll be changes this time around. If anything, they've had a while to prepare. for this matchup, and they knew that they would be playing this map more than likely, considering the loss they took last time. Well, we come into this buy round, and you can see Checkmate looking for a little bit of control towards the B site. They're all going upper B. This leaves them with very little choice to change things up. I think over on the brand side, they're starting to get wary of this B site. They rotate on its way from Pro as he comes in to support it. The push, it's on his way.
That's a really nice flash from Kaz. He got both players completely blind. 2 of the entry kills were very, very easy. That's a really nice take. Much better stuff coming out from the T side. A lot of their opening plays have revolved just trying to make a push into that A site. And yeah, it's not been working. Obviously, this time they were a little bit luckier with the positioning of both players on the B site, but hey, that was perfect. Now, the T's don't have an insane amount of money. So although if they hunt and lose 1, I'm kind of okay with it. Too much more than that, and it's probably not worth it because the CTs do actually have a bit of a bank to fall back on.
Well,
yeah, that's pretty good.
Clean as can be, really. Well, not quite. They did lose 1 player. Noobs. But in all seriousness, we're looking at a 7-round T side. It's next to impossible for any teams to lose. But this is Checkmate. And they got 13-2'd last time on their CT side. They need every round they can get. Double op setup coming out. And I would consider Wits the secondary if I didn't know better. So Pro is playing a supportive op on B, while Micro watches for any ramp push. And the Micro has massively impressed me as the B player. I think this guy has done so much work. He has been a little bit weak across the majority of brand series. But considering the role that he's fulfilling on this team as the newer guy to the roster, on this map in particular, I think he's been really impressive.
Oh, not the best of starts into this one. Pro is going to find the trade off the AWP. They've now got 2 AWPs, in fact. Pappy gets nothing, and Pro trades again. The bomb is going to be planted, so they're going to need a little bit more than that. But luckily, they found a kill on the other side of the map in the form of Derek, and now it's left all on to Rue. Not really in the best position here. He was hoping that somebody would try and come in on the flank, and I'm not really sure how he's going to be able to hold into this one. That Molotov's really early. Like, it wasn't even going to stop anything. A nice shot at least. He's managed to find another one, though. He could go for the second Molotov bounced onto the door. He's actually just going to go for the spam, and he's found the kill. The bomb's being defused, but it's a 10-second one. Come on, what?
How?
Oh,
How is he just 10
so
seconds?
well. He did so well, and then oh.
He had time to reload the AK and kill him, but obviously didn't know it was a 10-second. So spam down with the Glock. That is utterly depressing. Oh, 3 HP,
I don't
man.
want to see this.
Look at
ever
that,
again.
right past his knee. That's
EGL, delete this
horrible.
clip. Delete it. Delete that clip. Delete it. I never
Tweet
want to
it
see
out.
that ever
Tweet
again.
it out and tag Tom.
No. Delete it. I'll block you.
Oh, well,
I don't
7
want to see that ever again.
7 rounds for Fran. I don't know how they've managed to get that 7th round, but they have somehow connected a 10-second ninja defuse on 3 HP. Puts us now in a position where Checkmate. Okay, they've got 7 rounds T-side. It's fantastic. You might be wondering why I'm not just singing their praises, but it's just because of that CT side we saw from them before. 13-2, Brand took it, as I said earlier, and I'm really hoping that this is going to be a different story for them here. On any normal day, they will have built the foundations easily at this point. Wits, he's got an opening. He's done it. And Derek gets another. This is looking good for Brand into the final round.
It's again like Checkmate's A side takes, but they don't have a take. They just run in. Like it's that was just silly. Like Kaz and Blitz have both been poor in this map so far, and I think you've just witnessed why. Like that was just ludicrous. Just trying to run through Micro. The fact he's managed to get here is a problem, and they basically got all map control. They're sure the B site is open for business, but there's no actual path to get there. And while Hawk and Techno, they've got to try and pull off another miracle.
I'm not feeling this one. Oh, the steps down below actually baited to the peak, so Techno, he spotted the SMG up close. He's going to hunt him down, chase him. Stuck in the bathrooms. And, well, that's just going to be clean. Bren 8-7 at the halftime. Fantastic performance again. It's Derek leading the charge, but Micro is the solo B player. He has stepped up and impressed me. Wits on a map that we talk so much about Oppers on the CT side. Well, he has done nothing. 7 for 10. Considering he's had that off quite often, that is, it's telling of the form that he's on right now.
We'll see if they can do slightly better than they previously did. Bear in mind, the last time these two teams played, it was a 13-2 T-side half for Bren. We saw absolutely nothing from Checkmate. I think they're going to need to get themselves a pistol, but they are in slightly better form, at least individually. It's going to be a fast takeout onto this site, though, already. We're going to see a lot of damage done, but all the kills are coming up for Checkmate. Dear Lord. Is that back-to-back flawless pistols?
I think so. Certainly impressive that they've managed to find their footing when it comes to the early half, and as you said, it may be necessary for them to have any success. We're on 8-8. We're tied up in Checkmate. Well, they come in with a lot of SMGs. The upside is that they haven't allowed the bomb plant for Checkmate, so at least for this round, they'll have the chance to build up some money. The issue I have, though, Tom, is that in the next round, Bren are going to have themselves some nice, comfy rifles. And at that stage, well, Checkmate are going to be outgunned. And I think that's why Kaz has taken a full eco and currently sits down on a USP. Unfortunately, Rue falling early on takes one of those SMGs out of the hands of the CT side. And with Kaz being on an equal buy to his opposition, this could get very awkward very quickly as Blitz falls.
Oh, so this would be an atrocious round to lose. The B-side's also been left completely open. The rotation not going to get there before it's already been lost. Techno is having to just try and use his USP because he just doesn't have the range to fight otherwise. They don't even have armor. Derek's found another one. After what was a great pistol round, it seems like we're going to get 2 great pistol round back-to-back. Nice work from Kaz, though, but the angle not checked by Tech. No, he still gets away with it, and he closes the round on 5 HP. That might be one of the luckiest rounds I've ever seen from a team. They did not deserve to win that at all, and somehow Techno gets away with, well, a miracle play.
They've lost to, well, I would say Glocks, but it was the Deagles.
No one holding main.
Well, they had 3 SMGs, a rifle.
Oh my god.
3 SMGs, a rifle, and a USP. It wasn't the best buy. And you can see now they've had to go down fully into their bank accounts, delving deep as can be. Bren, on the other hand, they're comfy. They've got so much cash to play with. If you're Checkmate right now, you got your 2-0 start to the half, but you're at a disadvantage, that's for damn sure. They need this round if they want to have any chance of really building up the confidence and feeling good on their CT side.
There's no one watching Ivy at all. Not even, like, from afar. They're literally not holding it. What is this CT setup? How are they winning this round?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is hurting my head. And fair enough someone turned around, but at the start, the way they were playing that, no one was watching.
They had 2 SMGs close to main, 1 pop dog, an op watching T main from afar. 3 players committed to a team main hold, and eventually Kaz turns. That was... Yeah, I'm going to do it again. Probably the most brain-dead play I've ever seen. And we talk about the setups of this CT side. And we say how, you know, checkmate, well, the reason we fear for them on the CT, I was saying that I don't think they fully grasp how to play this map. I think right there we've just seen it. But that's actually... The reason I say it's the most brain-dead thing I've ever seen is because I've never even seen that in matchmaking, Tom. I'm not even joking. I'm genuinely not exaggerating. If you play matchmaking above Gold Nova, you will not have Ivy open because
that's
your
the other
random
thing as well,
teammate will go, why is no one covering Ivy? And go cover Ivy.
I think it's one of the more popular positions to hold, if anything.
Yeah. Yeah, usually it's like, if someone calls to go on Ivy, someone else, I'll play Green Train, so they can also play Ivy. Like,
Yeah.
it's bizarre. Very bizarre that we've just seen 4 players A and no one watching Ivy. And 3 players holding team main.
Yeah, I get that they needed to do something a little bit more audacious in that round because of the weaponry they had, but you can't just leave a position unchecked. That's the second time we've watched someone walk out of A main with a deagle and get a free kill because no one's like. Do they have just
they don't know
like
how to play this map.
an attention deficit?
They just genuinely don't know how to play this map. Like, they haven't got a clue. It's as simple as. You can see it, that like this is just pure panic. Oh, they're rushing Ivy. I'll flash it, but it's somehow worked out for a double on Rue before he eventually goes down, and they're gonna win the round as they should have cleanly from the start. But they genuinely just have no idea how to play this.
I've never seen anyone just like walk out of the right hand side of A main to no challenge whatsoever. Like, he had enough time to like make his lunch, walk back to the spawn, pick up maybe a different couple of guns, like message a few friends, be on the phone to his mum for 2 hours, and then take the shot. Like, they didn't hold it at all. And it's almost like the next round they then go, oh, we got to hold main, and then 3 of them hold it.
Well, I want to congratulate Wits on his first opening kill as an AWPer on this map. He's managed to take down Rue, who's playing towards Green Train, so that's a solid start for them. They're going to focus their attention towards the B site. Now, I want to just look at Kaz. What's he done? He was in Connector, he's ran back to spawn, and now he's watching... I suppose, yeah, it was an alright rotate. I thought he was going to then go back up to the A side. I could see him doing some circles,
Good luck,
some laps.
Techno. Yeah, 1 on 5. Yeah, this round's done. They tried to adapt to try and control. The thing is, it's like you had the early peek from Rue, which was into the back of A main. Fair enough, he lost that fight, but it seems like the second they do lose a fight, everybody is it just almost like scatterbrains. Like they're just trying to like, okay, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do, and then they just have like 15 different tasks. It's like watching a game of Among Us. Like I don't know what just happened, but they. Like, you could see, like, Kaz was like, okay, I've got to help B. What about Ivy? Okay, I'll go watch Ivy. It's like, but there's 2 other players, and they were just sat in pop. Like, you're kind of okay to give up Ivy, at least for the moment, just if you've got someone from pop. Like, it seems like there's too much trying to be attempted at once, and while the T's have finally managed to capitalize on it, there's still going to be enough money to buy, though. Like, Blitz has plenty of cash. Kaz and Techno can buy themselves, so it's not the end of the world. This is just like... Oh.
I feel like that would be very helpful for them. I do like the setup they have towards the ramp with the 2 players, 1 anti-flash and 1 holding from upper. But this is very, very reliant on them moving towards the B site. And so far, A has just been way too easy. You can walk out on that site with deagles and find opening picks. The smokes that have come down causing rotates, but also causing early flanks. 2 players on those flanks. Rue needs to come through with more than 1. He cannot just go down, and Derek takes him and side swipes. They're going for a flank through T main. 1 already coming down Pop Dog. Now smoked out. Hawk turns away from the smoke as it fades and continued to push forward. Blitz is causing some noise, so he's distracting at the moment, hoping that the flank is going to come through huge for Techno. He's caught Wits, and he's just taken the kill. No trigger discipline on that one, but they still get a second kill off of it. A 3v2. Spotted out Derek at least. The Techno's left alone, and it's over. Over and done with. 11 to 10, and yeah. I'd hope the CT side would be a whole lot better, but they took a little bit of a gamble that time. It's a more forgivable round. But once they get that 3v2, it's just all one.
I think this is that's the only play that I find really disappointing is Hawk on the edge of that smoke. And the reason is, again, something I mentioned earlier in the day, is there are a lot of teams that when you know you have a flank coming, seem to still try and play the round. Tai Lu did it on Mirage, where they pushed forward knowing that they had a flank. Well, what's the point then? Like, if you stay alive in that situation, probably win that round, let's be real. Instead, you don't give Techno enough time, and you lose your life, and then that ends up being the costly factor. So, this one, all too easy. The T's doing a great job of picking these players apart. Techno, the only one remaining. Solo B player. And we're going to have our scoreline equalized. Checkmate, we're in a good spot going into this second half, but it is now slipping away from them, and we're seeing more and more holes show up in this defense.
Gaping holes, really. I do wonder for Checkmate, they're going to be able to get that full investment. But as much as we'll harp on Wits for not doing too well, will the CT side start for Kaz has been less than ideal as well. And the difference is Wits had that up a lot, and we haven't seen that from Kaz just yet. And here we go. We're going to be rolling into this round in just a few seconds, and Checkmate, they need to win this. They cannot allow Bren to run away with the rest of this half. It's definitely been better than last time, I mean, already, in what we've seen, just in terms of individuals. You can tell, though, that Checkmate are just fundamentally uncomfortable with this map, and that was I think, triple nade onto default that's just killed Rue. Jesus.
Yeah, we've seen that previously in there, and there's something a few different teams do, but I haven't really seen it be too successful. They're going to go aggressive again. Techno's dead. They were waiting for that sort of aggression. They didn't expect the second, though, and Blitz at least makes things interesting. There's no way they expected that. Okay, they do. I guess they must have seen him as they were running down the ramp. It's left onto Hawk. Probably going to die to Wits' AWP. Never mind. Whiffs is back. Maybe he never left. That's such a risky peek from Papi Chulo, but he gets away with it. Bren are going to take the 12th on the board. The lead is theirs, and we're going to a third, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, we are. I mean, for Checkmate to turn this one around, I would be incredibly surprised.
What is Checkmate's permaban? Vertigo.
Yeah.
They should have floated Vertigo. Yeah, they should have floated Vertigo.
Yeah. Considering they do genuinely have no notion of how to play this map, they definitely should have floated Vertigo. I think they would have looked far better there. I genuinely think Vertigo is an easier map to play on your CT side if you don't know how to play it than this map is.
Yeah, they could have ended up playing like the Mirage maybe as the pick, which still wouldn't have been a whole lot better, but I think they would have had a chance.
Even if Bren came through and picked Vertigo.
They're not out of this yet, but like realistically, this has been really poor CT side from them so far. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me?
Oh god, he's just accepted his fate.
Like, I've seen people not realize they're burning before, and although that's stupid, I can forgive that. He realized, moved away, and then I don't know if he walked back in or it just spread. Heck, mate, we're meant to be the chosen one, Mitch.
You are supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. Well, unfortunately, they have joined the legions of teams within this region that cannot play the counter-terrorist side at all.
I thought
Techno.
you were going to say Counter-Strike, but...
Kaz has got an AK and he just deagled that man. Why do you not use the AK?
That's fine.
Isn't
No. Well, they're giving up the AKs anyway. They clearly prefer the Deagles. Kaz, is he going to get to keep it? The T's actually have enough money that they can take a bit of a risk here, and nice work from Micro. He's having a good map. 19 and 16. They are few and far between, unfortunately, but the fact that he's having one is important because we've not seen the best of some of the other players. Derek's still going strong. He's won some unbelievably impressive rounds. And now we're going to get the double AWP setup. I think this is pretty much the desperation play from Checkmate. Just, okay, let's try and outpug our opposition. Oh, yeah, I'm going to see. They're holding the same angle.
Yep. It's like a firing squad. Crouch down in front. I'll stand up behind.
Oh no.
Leave Pop
No.
completely open.
I can't believe this team.
There's
They're
a world
still
in
doing-
which-
they're still there. They were still there up until 30 seconds in. Why?
No one's holding Pop still, by the way. Just a quick FYI. Oh, Hawk. No, he's in heaven. He can't even see it. He's holding a very tight angle on it, but I don't know what's happening. Let's accept what it is. Let's stop questioning what they're doing because I think there is no answer. They couldn't answer that either. And a deep nade. Nothing done with it. You know, for Bren, let's look more towards the team that knows how to play this. And I feel like over on Bren, they're selling a little bit of a fake at the moment, right? They're down towards B. They're causing some noise. They're trying to really get them stressed on that CT side. Then they're just going to blitz out of main. They've already smoked off Ivy. And they're still sat inside main. Well, okay, here we go. Finally, they're going to start the push. Time's relatively low, 35 seconds, but it's not too much pressure on them because Aru can't even aim. He misses the shot completely, and the bomb dropped. Hello, Blitz!
Ooh.
In with a double. Maybe this outpugging strat is going to work. Hawk, low HP, but he's up in heaven, and he catches him off guard. Techno in with another, and this strategy might just work out. Derek, he's in a 1v3, and they're peeking him one at a time, but eventually, Kaz connects the shot. Just about they win that round.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have worked, but it did. And I guess that's what we're looking at. The classic AWPs holding the exact same angle strat paid off. And 13 to 12. Of course, Bren have heaps of cash, and unfortunately the replacement for the weapons that were lost are an SMG on the solo B player and a FAMAS for Rue. See if going to be able to hold on to that. Fast play this time. Kaz has become the alpha. He's been able to keep the cross as his position. Not actually a position you see played by too many AWPers, just because of the wall bangs that are available, but oh well. Wits is going to find Hawk. Rue is going very aggressive indeed. He lines up 3. He doesn't get all of them, but dear lord. 13-13. Still money for the T side. Their A main pushes are not working. Their B side pushes have really worked well. They're probably going to go A this round.
The alpha player, right? We know we can take your B. We're going to take your A. And in fact, they're not... Oh, this is aggression over towards Ivy. Blitz there with the op for the first kill. Player playing anti-flash as well. He's going to push all the way forward and right into Wits, who finally hits an op shot.
Yeah, fairly easy one. I will do have to admit. AWP's going to be retrieved by Hawk. So at least that's kept, I suppose. And the T's, after their early pick, are edging their way towards B. Never mind, Papi Chulo goes alone, and one by one we witness them fall. Techno tries his best, and now it's left on to Kaz. His goal should be to save, but that's a goal that's easier said than done. A lot of noise being made by Papi Chulo, so that one's for free. He's going to spot nobody else. It seems like he's actually still going for this, which... tell you as to why.
Neither could I, to be honest. Maybe feels like they just don't need an op in the next round, or they don't need a double op. He has no time to kill all 3 players and clear out these positions. There is legitimately not enough time in this round. And so now I believe he's playing an exit, which perplexes me even more, Tom.
Do you think he's got a Paz sticker on his AWP because it sounds like Kaz?
Probably.
Like, maybe if they read it wrong, they'll see it as Kaz. I've only just noticed that. It does make me laugh. Oh, you big Paz fan? No.
Who? I am Kaz fan.
Well, that was obviously, you know, Jordan, who he would say he was a big Space Soldiers fan, and even though I asked him this on a regular basis, he could never name the members of Space Soldiers. And last time I asked him, he forgot about Zontares.
Nice.
You know, big Space Soldiers fan, just forgetting one of the players who's still at the very top of the scene right now. Oh, Pro's taking a nasty tag. Hawk's actually going to fight for Pop this time. Seems like they actually have players holding most of the positions. Techno again. It seems to be that he's just playing a one and done in the majority of these rounds. There's not really much of a decision to stay alive, which is something we've pretty much given over to him on a lot of maps that we like about Techno, is that he's calm and collected, but he doesn't look comfortable. It's not that he's been bad, don't get me wrong. He's 20 and 19. He's not having an awful game. It's just that it's not what we've normally seen from the youngster. It looks like much more of a sort of rookie playing on this map. Still, though, they've come up with a man advantage, HP advantage, and obviously the time's on their side as well. Split 2 for 2. With still a couple of AWPs available to them. Although, interestingly, both AWPs are playing B.
So it's down to the SMG on a close hold, but I like this for Root. Oh, he sees the leg go past and takes down Pro. But even though they know Derek's coming, they can't quite deal with him. The 180 kill onto Rue, and it's a 2v2. Bren, 10 seconds left. They're getting the bomb plant in. They know the op is here. Blitz. He needs to be so careful. Derek, wide swung out. He's holding the angle. He's being spotted, and he gets the headshot again. This is ridiculous work being done by Derek. This guy's so consistent and so strong. A 1v2. How is this round falling apart for Checkmate? As Kaz pushes forward, he sees the head, catches the shot. One more to go. All he's going to do is deal with Micro up above. Misses the shot, USP out, and he's found it. Enough time to get on that defuse just about. Oh my god. That is. He's got it. He's got it. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Replay. What's the time on that?
That's 0. Nah, that's 0. I don't care.
I saw the number on top go down first on like 6, so I knew he had it, but that was unbelievably close. Oh, give us the replay of the bomb. We have to get the bomb replay.
Eric's on 31 kills.
Oh yeah, he is trying his best. Where are we at? That's what? 0.022? Oh my god.
That's like three server ticks or something like that.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, Rue. This is an aggressive position to hold. Somehow he's making it work. It makes me feel very uncomfortable. I'll be honest, and he is going to die. Happy Chulo, I think, has also been spotted. Techno. That wasn't needed. That wasn't needed at all. The bomb's going to be retrieved as well, and while Kaz is going rotating, he's worried that maybe his opponent will head into spawn. This isn't a done game just because they won that last round. This was a weaker purchase, and there's been some catastrophic errors. Kaz seems to have a decent idea, but he keeps switching. The timing's going to be everything. He's looking the wrong way, but he got Oh, you lucky, lucky man. Oh, my goodness. Papi Chulo down. Micro, all that stands. Now left Hawk, actually, as it will be the rotation from Kaz. Making his way down Ivy. Olov is the position being challenged by Micro. Now, the smart thing for Kaz would just be to play in an angle where he can't be caught. And he's actually going to go into Ivy instead. If anything, if a safe plant goes down for Micro, he might be dead here. But actually, no. He goes and plants it for Pop. It's actually quite smart. The question is, can he actually get away? Oh, missed shot from Kaz. That could be the chance. He doesn't know where the remaining player's coming from, so Micro needs to try and isolate this duel and do it quickly. There's no real need for a repeat from Kaz. He just got to try and wait for his teammate to get into position. And Micro's trying to stop anybody coming in from Pop. If he misses this, it could be a real problem. And Kaz doesn't seem aware of where the last man is. It's whiffed by Hawk as well. Into the 1 versus 1. He doesn't have a kit. This time the time is too far gone. And Micro's going to win the 1v2 clutch. Bren, they get to an overtime situation as a minimum. But look at the cash. Map 3 looks on the cards once again.
Well, that was an interesting round. A 1v2 from Micro, not what I expected to see coming out of this one. But the lifeline is there for Bren to stay alive from 16-2 to at best 16-14 and maybe even worse. It could be an overtime. But Checkmate don't quite have the bankroll to back that up, Tom. I think the odds are we're going to a third map on this one. It would be a miracle for Checkmate to pull this one off.
Yeah, they have done it before, though. That map looks like it's looming, and well, you have to think about all the clutches they've lost. The 10-second defusal that came in earlier from Pro. It really does add to the saying, pros don't fake. No, already, that is not the start they were looking for. Hawk is gone.
This is not where Checkmate want to be, is it? Not at all.
No.
Blitz might make a massive play, though. He's thinking about going up. No one's looked down below. Micro even walks right past it. It's all going to come down to timing on this one. They've spotted them out now. The fall back, 1 minute 15 on the clock. Time ticking away. But Pro, he was delayed. He was coming up last man through, and he spotted Blitz, took him down in a 3v5. And this round should be done and dusted. Massive play needed by Techno if they're going to stay alive on this one.
Yeah, he's pretty much only been good for one in almost every single round.
They know it's the last round?
They just saw... I got nothing.
No, they saw Pro up above Pop. Maybe thought he was going Pop to split A site, but I don't know.
That's a nice shot. Dead though. And well, it's not going to happen. Bren at 16-14 as they just about scraped through their map choice. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't a good CT side at all from either side, if we're being brutally honest. And Checkmate proving once again why